Welcome. I am Eric with Muathe.com, and I greet you, beloveds, in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. So today, January 6th, we're going to be taking a look at CRM, which is Salesforce.com. So ticker symbol CRM. I believe it gives us some good visuals from an educational standpoint. So this is the long-term monthly chart. I'll come back to it towards the end here, and we can see that recently we've seen a rollover of the highs, and that's nothing really new. We've seen a lot of stocks do this, and we can see that actually if you go back to the highs here, and to see that you'd have to go back to the weekly, in my opinion. Couple of observations depending on how you want to look at it. We can say that here it was forming a base for a potential breakout, but that never happened. It never broke out. But that's not a red flag per se, because it's kind of hard to see. But if we take the successful breakout, which is this entry here, was successful. In fact, prices stayed above that for a minute, if not for a couple of weeks, which is this area here. So that's a breakout right there. But now it turns into a bearish signal the moment, the instant you break and you observe a failed breakout right here. That's at about 280-ish, give or take. Now, that's a red flag. There's no two ways to look at it. What was a successful breakout turns bearish right here when it fails. So in a sense, what I'm saying is there was really no need to ride this all the way to where it's trading. Okay? A lot of these things can be avoided just by understanding some things to avoid. Now, on the daily, we see that actually on the daily, take this daily closing high. If you squint, you'll see that there was a failed daily breakout. And again, I keep saying this recently. In fact, a lot of 2021, I was talking about a lot of these sell signals, because I still see this need for the market. We all know the market is due. Due for what? Yeah, due for one of those, Yeah, down action, aka bear market at some point, right? It's only proper. Now you can see here on the daily a failed breakout, and I bring this up because that's a red flag. And if that was not a warning sign, and I take the lows of this base here, now friend, countryman, global mate, now for sure this break here is a second red flag. And actually, we come back and try and recapture that area, and we are rejected, confirming the break right here was serious. So before you trade here, there was a lot of red flags. There's a break of prices here. I mean, all of these are red flags. Point is, there's no need, if you're vigilant, to ride these things all the way down, especially when you see the red flags at the top. Now, back to that monthly chart, which is the reason for this video. Okay, now, this is the all data monthly chart, and I want to talk about RSI 50. This is all data monthly. Whether or not the stock finds support is dependent on whether it does what it's been doing since 06, which is use the RSI for multi-month lows before moving back to new highs. So throughout all this process since 06, it's been bouncing at the RSI 50. This is what I call the RSI 50 Uniform Activity Support. Lots of videos I've made about this concept, and you're going to find a link in the description of the video, or you can find the playlist on my YouTube channel. Either way, the question here and the thing to look for is whether or not this time round in early 2022 it is able to turn around at some point so it can build for a potential future breakout. And at the same time, if this is now a different phase in a market, a different environment, then it's going to break down and stay below 50 for the first time essentially since all the way back in 2009. Essentially, this is a critical area. Now, we can also draw another line, or we can draw a line, let me say, which could also be used for guidance. Now, this is still going to play out over many months. It's this line here, connecting the lows, this double bottom lows of late 2008, early 2009, touching the lows of 2020, and now testing this level. Now, a lot of the stocks out there have this type of a look and feel. The thing is, some of them are starting to show violations of their trend lines and breaking down below this primary trend line. Now, this is what I call a primary trend line in my own research, an original concept, because it connects a major low, and this line has been constructed going back 12 years. It's a primary trend line, major trend line. Support on this line, good for the bulls. A break of this line and we see an aggressive bear market. Now, I just want to spend a second here because we might not be able to have another opportunity similar to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this area here. So let me do that. And of course, to be clear, this is RSI 50, just as RSI 50 is this line here. All right. So let me change color so we can be consistent. Let's make that black. You know what? Let's do it again. So I'm drawing this area here. Just bear with me. It's gonna take a second. And the RSI went down in 2008. Did something like this. Went up, came down, and went higher. Now remember, I've already explained that we've had RSI 50 support in all other times that there've been a significant pullback in Salesforce.com's stock history. All of these have come with RSI 50. Now, believe it or not, even this action here was uniform activity. Below 50, back above it. What do I mean? Well, okay, let's do it. Here we go. So we can draw a line right here. And I'll draw another line right there. What I want to say is there's actually two instances below RSI 50 back above it. What I mean by that is this is equal in time and space to this area, which is equal in time and space to this area, which is equal in time and space to that area. You understand? I know I'm confusing some of you, but this is equal in time and space to this space here. And this is equal in time and space to this space here. So actually, and I know it's going to sound outrageous, but this is also uniform action, similar to all these other periods where we have RSI 50 uniform activity support. At any rate, to keep it simple, in the here and now, the line to watch is the simple RSI lows line. With the major question being, are we going to find support again around the RSI 50 with uniform action bounce and support? Or this time round, are things going to be different? We shall see. I am Eric with Muathe.com, and I leave you as I found you, in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. Go forth, therefore, rejoicing in the power and in the peace of the one Creator, Adonai.